Okay, great. So today we'll be looking at smarter admissions, unlocking the power of HubSpot and iSAMS. So Laura, if we want to go to the next slide.
Great. So, meet your hosts. That's myself, Laura Mackay. I'm Senior Marketing and CRM Consultant at HubGem. I work closely with schools to implement HubSpot into their marketing and admissions processes. That includes everything from setting up and optimizing their CRM to providing tailored support and planning and executing effective marketing strategies.
Cool, thank you. And hi everyone, I am Gemma. I'm also a senior marketing and CRM consultant here at HubGem. So just as Laura mentioned, I also work with schools to implement their admissions and marketing processes into HubSpot, as well as deliver training on HubSpot itself. Okay, cool.
Great. So, a little introduction to HubGem. So who is HubGem? We are specialist HubSpot partner for education sector, and we're proud to work with over 100 schools, colleges, universities, and training providers around the world. We focus entirely on helping education organizations make the most of HubSpot, offering tailored onboarding and re-onboarding services, as well as support with AI tools, marketing strategy, and general CRM consultancy. Everything we do is designed to help teams work smarter, communicate better, and grow with confidence. We're also the team behind the first education-specific HubSpot to iSAMS integration, which many schools now rely on to streamline their admissions journey. And we're incredibly proud to have earned 100% five-star reviews from our delighted clients who value our sector knowledge, hands-on support, and friendly collaborative approach.
Okay, great. So I thought it'd be good to start by addressing maybe some challenges we see. So when working with schools, we see these common challenges across the board for both marketing and admissions teams. So the first one to mention is disconnected data. Data is in multiple spreadsheets or systems, which makes it hard to see everything admissions and marketing need in one central place. This also makes reporting difficult due to the disconnected systems. Another challenge we see is siloed teams. So from what I've just mentioned, the disconnect in systems and data then creates disconnect in teams. So admissions may be working in one way, whilst marketing may be working in another way, and there's little communication between both teams. I don't know if some people maybe resonate with these points so far. So the third challenge we see is time-consuming manual tasks. So for admissions in particular, they're spending most of their time doing manual tasks that may take a lot of time, therefore taking the focus off nurturing prospective parents and creating that long-lasting relationship with them. This then leads on to my last point of some common challenges that we see, which is missed opportunities to engage parents early and consistently. So I've spoken to and supported many admissions teams, and this is one of the biggest challenges for reasons I've mentioned today already. If teams are focusing on time-consuming tasks, manual data entry, and trying to manage data in the disconnected systems, there's little time to create a connection with parents. So again, I don't know if anyone resonates with these challenges. From my experience working with schools, these are the key ones that always come up. So there are many solutions to this, but one that stands out and we see transform how teams work and dedicate their time is to modernize your admissions journey with smarter tools. And this is one great way of how you can do this. So on to the next slide, Laura.
Great. So, how HubSpot supports admissions and marketing. HubSpot is a powerful all-in-one CRM that brings together your admissions and marketing tools into one connected platform, giving teams both the visibility, the automation, and the insights they need to work smarter. So, for marketing teams, it transforms how you attract and engage families as it allows you to do many things such as build branded inquiry forms and landing pages that feed straight into your HubSpot CRM. Create segmented email campaigns and nurture journeys based on things like your interests, your group, or enrollment stage. And then track what channels and campaigns are driving the highest quality leads. And with that as well to prove ROI with clear reports that show what's working and where to focus next. It also allows you to use automation to deliver timely, personalized comms without manual effort, which for marketing teams is a must. For admissions teams in HubSpot, it brings a clear visual pipeline to track every stage of the application journey. Real-time reporting on things like inquiry sources, conversion rates, and drop-off points in the admissions process. It allows for automated follow-ups and reminders, so no prospective family is missed. And it also has integrated calendar tools for scheduling things like tours and interviews. So the result is a connected, data-driven admissions and marketing engine where both teams have access to the same tools, the same data, and the same goal, which is obviously helping families feel informed, supported, and confident throughout their journey. And of course, this really is just scratching the surface of what HubSpot can do. There's so much more that can be achieved from advanced automation and AI tools to event management, alumni engagement, custom reporting, and more. HubSpot is a platform that grows with your school's needs. So why have we developed the HubSpot iSAMS sync? So in the earlier days of HubGem, we were working with many schools, as we do today, supporting them with implementing HubSpot into their marketing and admissions processes. But for those schools using iSAMS as well, we kept hearing the same challenges. Schools were loving using HubSpot and the ease it brought with managing each stage of the admissions process from inquiry through to registration, giving them structure, great communication, automation, and visibility. But when it came to bringing the new applicant and their parents' data into iSAMS, there was a bottleneck of challenges. Teams had to manually transfer data from HubSpot into iSAMS. There was a risk of errors with crucial data being missed from the applicant and parents' records. And it was extremely time consuming and a little frustrating since the data already existed in HubSpot. So this meant that even with the best tools in place, the process was still a little bit clunky at a very critical moment. So from listening to our clients, many of whom were already using HubSpot alongside iSAMS, it became clear that schools were looking for four key things: a seamless handover at the point of enrolment from HubSpot to iSAMS, and one central source of truth for the applicant data, a fully streamlined process for admissions teams, and ultimately a better experience for families coming through the admissions process. So we built a solution. We partnered with Cursor, who are our trusted web development partner who specialize in custom system integrations. And we worked with them to create a dedicated education-specific integration. So one that connects HubSpot and iSAMS without disrupting either system. So the system is a one-way sync from HubSpot to iSAMS triggered at a specific point, usually once a family accepts a place. It's built to be seamless and reliable. Crucially, it allows your teams to stay working in one place, which means better data, clearer reporting, and visibility, which is obviously what we keep talking about here. We've worked closely with Cursor to make sure that this works in a way that school teams actually work, pulling upon, our own experience of working in schools and from our clients, everything that we learn from them. And it's now used by many schools to streamline their admissions journey. It's simple, seamless, and sort of addresses all of these common challenges.
Okay, great. So how does the sync actually work? So the HubSpot and iSAM sync is a one-way integration, as Laura mentioned, that transfers student and contact data from HubSpot to iSAMS via the API. The sync is triggered when an applicant gets to a certain stage of the admissions process and the admissions team want to manage this enrolled student in iSAMS. Specific data on the applicant and contact record syncs to iSAMS, and still the record will still remain in HubSpot. And this can be used for marketing for further nurturing and communications by the marketing team, even though the student might be sitting in iSAMS to continue with looking at things like timetabling and when they become a student. Within the admissions pipeline, there are three key stages added to the sync for when an applicant wants to sync over to iSAMS. So, when the admissions team, like I said, have nurtured the applicant throughout the key stages of the admissions process, such as inquiry to registration, interviews, assessments, offer, and acceptance, the team can then move the applicant into the move to iSAM stage. So, this will then trigger the applicant record and associated contact records to sync to iSAMS. So, the records and any key data fields. Once the records have successfully synced to iSAMS, the applicant record will move to the sync success stage, as you can see here. The admissions team can continue to manage the student in iSAMS for actions like I've mentioned, timetabling, behavior tracking, extracurricular, safeguarding, etc. And that record, like I've mentioned, can still remain in HubSpot for nurturing and key communications. If the records don't sync due to an error, the applicant will go into the sync error stage and the admissions team will be notified who didn't sync and why. So even if there are sync errors, you will be notified if they aren't kind of lost and just sat there and forgotten about. So the most common errors we see are human error or if fields from HubSpot don't match the fields in iSAMS. However, this is something that we focus on and support you with during the sync setup. So hopefully there'll be no sync errors. Um, okay, so the power of HubSpot and iSAMS. So throughout the admissions journey, from the first inquiry to them attending a tour or an open day, to registering and then to offering and being accepted a place, HubSpot is your central system. It allows your marketing and admissions teams to manage prospective marketing and lead capture, ongoing engagement and automation, so saving time for admissions and marketing teams, capturing that data all in one place, tracking every stage of the process. So inquiries, visits, interviews, assessments, as you can see on the stage here, every key point, we can manage this all in HubSpot before they sync over to iSAMS. So these really addresses the challenges that I've discussed at the beginning.
So what data can we actually sync from HubSpot to iSAMS to save time and improve data accuracy across systems? So if we look at child data, we can sync key child data from personal information such as their name, gender, date of birth, to enrolment data such as year group on entry, year of entry, enrolment date, register date, boarding status, etc. You can also sync documents from HubSpot to iSAMS, which is great because it eliminates the manual task of exporting and uploading this data into iSAMS. It's all in one place for the teams to see. So on the parent side, parent contact information that we can sync from HubSpot to iSAMS, such as personal details like title, their name, address, email, relationship to child, parental responsibility, for example. Therefore, by being able to sync these key fields from HubSpot to iSAMS, it eliminates double data entry. It saves time by reducing manual admin tasks, freeing up time for relationship building, which is, we all know, is so important in admissions. It improves data accuracy as well, and it centralizes the admissions journey. So everything is captured in one place for all teams to see. Therefore, there isn't a disconnect in data or teams.
Okay, so we thought it'd be valuable to share some real use cases where we have supported schools implementing the HubSpot and iSAMS integration. So our first use case is Warwick Schools Foundation. Before they were using spreadsheets and iSAMS, which meant these systems didn't talk to each other, it was hard for admissions to pull reports on data and see an overview of their pipeline. It also meant there was a disconnect with marketing as they couldn't see where inquiries were coming from and where to focus their marketing efforts. So, by implementing HubSpot and iSAMS, they now manage their entire admissions process in HubSpot from the inquiry stage to acceptance. And once a place is accepted, their applicant data seamlessly automatically syncs to iSAMS, where the admissions team enrolls the student. So, from the admissions process, the team manage inquiries, tours, events, registration, and acceptances in one streamlined CRM. Lead capture in HubSpot also allows the applicant and contact data to be in one record where the whole team can have that visibility. This then reduces the multiple spreadsheets or systems they used beforehand, which I know they were really happy about, where it was difficult to have an overview of an applicant's journey in that one place. This then also allowed marketing to have visibility of this data so they can continue to nurture and convert prospective families to enrolment, aligning the marketing and admissions teams also. So because this data is in one CRM, the teams can now report on this in one place and see trends year on year. The head of marketing and admissions from the school group can have a holistic overview of each school's data, but also have a group-wide view of admissions and marketing performance. So they can see reports and data per school, but also at group-wide. Therefore, by implementing HubSpot and iSAMS, the Warwick team have had better visibility of data for both parent and applicants in one place, are able to make better data-driven decisions, manage events like open mornings and tours easily, and then report accurately and use their valuable time on nurturing prospective families rather than spend this time on manual admin work that HubSpot does for them automatically.
Great. Moving on to another client case study, the Alice Smith School in Kuala Lumpur. Alice Smith is a great example of how a school can use HubSpot to streamline its entire admissions journey. After implementing HubSpot and iSAM Sync, they now manage all of their marketing, inquiry capture, and communications through HubSpot, from initial contact right through each stage of the admissions funnel. Once a family reaches the enrollment stage, their data is synced seamlessly into iSAMS using our integration, and that means admissions and marketing teams can work in HubSpot without needing to re-enter data into their iSAMS, which was a huge time saver and a big step forward towards better data hygiene for Alice Smith. The integration has also helped Alice Smith to reduce manual admin and improve visibility across teams and ultimately deliver a more personalized and effective experience for their prospective families. Their chief marketing officer, Andrea, described it as giving them more control, better visibility, and a far more effective and efficient process, which perfectly captures the power of combining HubSpot and iSAMS in the right way.
Okay, so we hope we've discussed today, or we hope what we have discussed today has encouraged you to review the way you work and perhaps how we can support you in working smarter for both marketing and admissions. So here are a few ways that HubGem can support you. So first of all, our onboarding services. So we have a variety of onboarding services from full works onboarding, starter onboarding, or a bespoke onboarding package that meets your needs. Of course, I had to mention the iSAMS integration with our developer partners Cursor. We can support you with this if you use iSAMS and looking at a way to kind of streamline your process by either using or introducing HubSpot. We support with other integration needs. So, for example, WhatsApp with HubSpot or SMS. We can also support you with your admissions and marketing processes with tailored strategy sessions, support with implementing your processes into HubSpot, and specifically training you on the HubSpot tools. And lastly, we can support you with achieving your goals, whether you want to focus on creating data-driven reports or need support with marketing campaigns, events, or even team adoption to HubSpot. We biasly would say have expertise in all of these areas. So just to know, all of these services can be found on our website, hubgem.co.uk.
Great. We also offer some other services. Whilst onboarding is a key part of how we help education teams get started with HubSpot, our support does go well beyond implementation, as sort of Gemma touched on before. Here are some of the additional ways we support schools to grow with confidence. So firstly, we have our marketing strategy consultancy service. This is where we offer structured consultancy to help you align your strategy with your goals. This is a modular service which can be tailored to your marketing needs. It includes consultancy on inbound marketing methods, persona development, content planning, and lead scoring strategies. This helps to build stronger, more effective campaigns that deliver results for schools. Next, we have our AI consultancy and masterclass. So for teams looking to reduce manual work and make the most of HubSpot's AI tools, we run a focused AI masterclass, which is again tailored to meet the needs of your teams. And it includes support with tools like content assistance, AI-powered reporting and automation, and a lot more. There's a huge amount of AI tools built into HubSpot, and lots of amazing integrations as well. So training add-ons is another service that we offer. So if your team changes or you onboard new members, we know it's time consuming to get people set up in systems. So we offer refreshers or intro session training sessions to get them up to speed quickly and confidently. And lastly, we have our portal audits and re-onboarding. So if you're already using HubSpot but feel things could be better structured, we offer in-depth portal audits to assess setup quality, identify issues, and recommend improvements. So this often leads to a re-onboarding plan to optimize everything. So whether it's a one-off project or a long-term partnership you're looking for, our goal at HubGem is always to help you work smarter, communicate better, and grow with confidence.
Okay, great. Thanks, Laura. So just some next steps then. So as you can see on the screen, there's a QR code. So please scan this and you'll receive a practical resource pack, which includes the following, as it says on the screen, to streamline your inquiry to enrollment journey, connect marketing and admissions teams more effectively. It will help you to automate manual tasks and communication, improve visibility with real-time reporting, and make the most of HubSpot's powerful CRM and iSAMS integration. And as you can see, most of these address the challenges that I first discussed at the beginning of our session today. And lastly, we have provided a link where you can book a free 30-minute online exploratory call with one of our team where we can discuss everything we've discussed today and beyond.
Great. And lastly, just to say thank you to everyone for attending. We really hope you enjoyed the session and the resources provided. If you've got any questions, please reach out to hello@hubgem.co.uk and we'll get back to you shortly. We do have another online event coming up later this month, which is focused on best practices for data segmentation for better communications. So please keep an eye out on our socials for more information and a link to register. We hope to see you again soon. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.